All right, good morning and welcome back to the channel. This morning I was going to start with our play of the day, but this Jonathan Majors story really just piqued my interest because it just goes to show you how the manipulative tactics of people that go out of their way to damage and hurt you and destroy you, it's unprecedented right now, right? And so I wanted to get into this article, this news that recently came out. I believe the news came out yesterday, maybe, from the news sources that said that Jonathan Majors, who we all know has been involved in this incident with his ex-girlfriend now, he has been in trial, he's been dragged to court, his name has been dashed across every type of windshield that you could think of. He's been put down. He's been thought of as this abuser. He's been painted in this light. I mean, everything that she could do, this woman, to destroy him, she has tried to do. And of course, she's playing victim in the Victim Olympics. But you know what? We got to put some of the accountability on Jonathan Majors. But before we get there, let's just get into the article so we can get caught up to date and up to speed about what's happening so that everybody is on the same page. So I'm going to read directly from this article here. It says, the Marvel actor Jonathan Majors faces allegations of assault as ex-girlfriend testifies in court. Now, for those that don't know, Jonathan Majors is a phenomenal actor, in my opinion. Phenomenal actor. He has a very, very commanding presence when he's on screen. So it's very hard not to. He has a lot of cachet when he's on screen, right? Some people just naturally have that about them when they're on screen, right? And Jonathan Majors is one of those people. He's very good at what he does. He's very good as an actor. And so we all know there's a common thought process that when you are an actor and you are in show business, that you have to be wary of all of the people that are sent to destroy you, right? And Jonathan Majors currently, I believe, is he is earning around $500,000 a month. So he has absolutely been able to secure the bag with his acting career, especially when he transitioned into the Marvel universe. I believe that is where his biggest bag has come from thus far. But with endorsements and all types of other brand deals that he is earning over $500,000 a month. So what happens with that? Well, with money comes problems, especially when you date white women, jilted white women. But listen, let's get into this article. So the synopsis is, the 30-year-old British dancer further alleged that he sent her, this is the girlfriend speaking, by the way, and her name, we'll get to her name in a minute, it's not really important. The 30-year British dancer further alleged that he sent her unsettling messages after he had been angry at me. He would text, "Things are in motion," she stated during her testimony. "I had to constantly look after him. I worried because I did not want that to happen." Majors, 34, is currently facing charges of misdemeanor assault and harassment related to a March 25th incident. Now, we're going to get to the video in a second that came out about this because a lot of people found it hilarious, and I'm pretty sure it actually does look very hilarious, especially with no volume. With no sound in the video. It looks absolutely insane. But this is what you get when you deal with jilted white women who come out of nowhere. Like, Jonathan, what are you doing? I'm glad he's back on track. I'm glad he found someone who hopefully can help turn his life around, and Megan Good, who he's dating now. But we're gonna get to the video. But before we get to the video, I have to add context, y'all. I gotta give y'all context as to what is happening, so that when you watch the video, we all have a full understanding of what the hell is going on and why it looks absolutely insane. Okay? So before we get there, I want to read y'all this article because it's going to help put things into perspective when we watch this video. It says Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend on Tuesday testified against the Marvel's actor, accusing him of verbal abuse over a period of 2 years. 2 years she's alleging that she went through this abuse, and assaulting her last March in the backseat of a hired car. Grace Jabari is her name. Let's see if... I just want to see if this brings up her stupid face. It doesn't. Okay, let's go back. Grace Jabari took the stand for the first time in New York County Criminal Court, testifying she felt scared, y'all. She was scared. She was terrified of Jonathan Majors. She didn't know what to do, right? She was scared of him while also expressing concerns in court that he might harm himself if she chose to end the relationship. So not only was she physically afraid of him, right? Terrified of this man. But she was also afraid that he was going to hurt himself if she decided to call things off. Let me tell you what she's doing right there with that statement. She's setting up her reasoning when the prosecutors cross-examine her little ass and ask her, well, you goofy bitch, why didn't you just leave the relationship? That is going to be her alibi and her reasoning for staying in what she called an abusive domestic relationship. I'm telling you now, that's why she said that. She set it up already. It's already there. That's the underlay for the overplay. All right? So that's why she said it. She knows what she's doing. She's been advised by her attorneys, I'm sure. So that when she gets cross-examined and they come to her with all these questions about why the hell did you stick around for 2 years in an abusive relationship? You could have left at any time. And that's what she's going to say. Well, I was afraid to leave because I thought he was going to hurt himself. Right? So it says the 30-year-old British dancer also accused him of sending her ominous text messages after he'd be angry at me. He'd say, things are in motion, he would text. She said, and she testified, I had to constantly look after him. I'd worry because I did not want that to happen. Were you his girlfriend or his mom's? Which was it? Were you his girlfriend or were you his mom's? Talking about you got to look after a grown-ass man. Get the fuck out of here. Majors, 34, faces charges of misdemeanor assault, and this is where the seriousness of this case comes in. Because while the video footage looks crazy and it looks absolutely hilarious, I'm pretty sure to Jonathan Majors, it's not funny, right? You have to think about all of the things that this could possibly affect and already has affected, right? Look at his Marvel career. Things in that universe, we don't know what's going to happen going forward. He was supposed to be the next main antagonist of the Marvel universe. So his acting career has been called into question. He's already lost some of his movie roles and deals that he had in the works. So again, I said this on yesterday or a couple days ago. It is it's become very, very common for women to just come forward, throw allegations on a man, right? And then just walk away. Even if they lose the case, they lose nothing. They lose nothing. They go back to living their normal life. Meanwhile, the man has to suffer and deal with all of the repercussions and the aftermath of all of these allegations that you have thrown on his name and all this slander that you have placed on him. Doesn't get talked about. Doesn't get talked about in media. Nobody speaks about all of the things that these men have to deal with as a result of women falsely accusing them of things like abuse. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about the aftermath. But these men are having their careers absolutely destroyed by women. This just goes further into my point of discipline and why it's important. Men, you have to be able to control your emotions. Control your emotions, control your thoughts, and control yourself. There is no reason why you should be dealing with a toxic woman and you are a multimillionaire. Leave her ass. Even if you're not a millionaire, if you're dealing with someone who is toxic, leave her ass. You do not have to put up with it, and you should not put up with it, because look at what can happen. Let's get back to the article. It says, in court on Tuesday, Jabari revealed that the message read, "I wish I was killed." Oh, wait. We skipped something. Okay, here we go. It says, Majors, 34, faces charges of misdemeanor assault and harassment stemming from a March 25th incident. According to Manhattan prosecutors, the altercation ensued. This is important. This is why the whole thing broke down in the first place. It ensued, according to Manhattan prosecutors, when Jabari, the ex-girlfriend, discovered a text on the actor's phone from another woman named Cleopatra. Let's get the facts straight right now. She didn't discover shit. You went through his phone, you started probing, touching his shit that you ain't had no business touching. There's another thing that some women do. Going through his shit looking for something, and you found something. You found what you was looking for, and you went off the rails. That is why this whole incident happened in the first place. In court on Tuesday, Jabari revealed that the message read, "Wish I was kissing you." So that's the message that she read that sent her overboard. That sent her into Karen status. She took off. During the opening statement on Monday, prosecutors said the actor slapped his girlfriend and also fractured the middle finger on one of her hands. And when she tried to get out of the car, Majors threw her inside like a football, they said. Majors refutes all allegations of physically assaulting Jabari, asserting that he was in fact the victim of a jilted lover who left him injured. According to his lawyers, Jabari, after the purported abusive incident, went club hopping with 3 strangers. So, let me get this straight. You were so upset. You were so afraid for your life. Right? You were so hurt and damaged and in fear of being hurt that you decided after the incident that you would just go to the club and throw some ass with 3 strangers? This is who he was dealing with. Dressed in a dark suit and sitting quietly with a gilded Bible and a thick binder before him, Majors attended the courtroom proceedings on Tuesday while Jabari testified, occasionally shedding tears. His current girlfriend, actress Meagan Good, shout out to Meagan Good, was also present in the courtroom. Jabari, attired in a pantsuit, recounted their meeting in 2021 on the set of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Love that film. Describing the initial phase of their relationship as kind and loving, right? She shared that they had discussions about starting a family and detailed how they divided their time between homes in New York City, Los Angeles, and London before settling in a Manhattan penthouse in March. Throughout their relationship, Jabari expressed feeling constantly on edge due to Major's unpredictable moods. And she mentioned that their arguments were occasionally marked by the actor breaking objects in their home. As part of the evidence, prosecutors played an audio recording that Jabari had made during one of their arguments. The 30-year-old said that as time went on, she began to feel increasingly isolated. This sounds a lot like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but let's continue. "I had low self-esteem. I lost a lot of weight," she told the court. "I felt really dependent upon him." That's the problem right there. I just read it. That's what this all comes down to. She was a loser who was dependent upon him for everything. She was depending on him for everything. She was a loser. Stop getting with losers. Stop getting with people that don't have nothing going for themselves. Y'all always talking about what y'all won't accept. Y'all boundaries, y'all standards. And y'all keep getting with these fucking losers. She was a loser. Absolutely nothing going for herself. I felt really dependent upon him because he was the only one who knew what went on. I still did try to see my friends and family, but I felt like I was lying to them. I felt isolated. On the day of the purported assault, Jabari recounted that they had initially enjoyed a really nice morning and planned to attend a play in the evening. However, in the elevator, Majors abruptly instructed Jabari to button up her blouse, triggering a noticeable shift in his mood, according to Jabari. Following the play, during which they each had 2 drinks, they dined at a Brooklyn restaurant. It was at this point, as Jabari testified, that Majors confronted her for confiding in a friend about the alleged abuse he had subjected her to. He kept saying, "I'm going to kill myself this time. I'm going to do it," she said. However, the situation took a downturn during the ride back to Manhattan, as Jabari testified, when she noticed the text message on Majors' phone. "I was so taken aback," she said. Majors kept saying, baby, it's not what it seems," Jabari said. "Let me see the messages then," she said as she told him before grabbing his phone, again, touching his personal items. "You're crossing a line. Please leave women that do this. It is not going to end well for you, gentlemen." Within moments, Majors forcefully attempted to pry the phone out of my fingers, she recounted. Jabari informed the court that he managed to escape the SUV, a narrative seemingly corroborated by video footage that we're about to get to, presented by prosecutors. The footage appeared to capture Majors exiting the vehicle and pushing Jabari back inside. Subsequently, the footage showed both Majors and Jabari on the street, with Majors eventually sprinting away, pursued by his girlfriend. "I was really heartbroken and sad." "I thought you said you was in danger." "Goofball, I thought you said that you was in fear for your life of this man who was physically abusing you." What happened to all of that? How do you run after somebody who was running away from you after you said that they had been abusing you? Who runs after their abuser? I know. Jabari is set to undergo cross-examination by Majors' legal team on Wednesday. In her opening statement, Majors' attorney Priya portrayed Jabari as a jilted lover seeking revenge to derail her partner's career. And that's exactly what she's doing. That's exactly what he's caught up in right now. It says it remains unclear whether Majors will testify in his defense. Nevertheless, the actor has faced professional repercussions since the allegations emerged in March, impacting projects such as the postponement of the Sundance Award-winning film Magazine Dreams and potential ramifications for his role in the upcoming Marvel film Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. If found guilty, Majors could face a sentence of up to a year in jail. Let's get to the video so we all can watch this stuff, this fucking ridiculousness together. No audio, y'all. This was obtained by TMZ. No audio. You can see Jonathan Majors right there. He's trying to put her back in the vehicle. Now, to give some context to this, she was drunk off her ass. And he was trying to put her back into the vehicle for her own safety. After that didn't work, she kept getting out, chasing him. He's trying to run away. Does this look like somebody who's in fear for their life? It looked like Jonathan Majors is in fear for their life, if you ask me. It looks like if anybody is in fear for their life, it's goddamn Jonathan Majors. Look at him. He's doing a full goddamn sprint. Is that Jonathan Majors or goddamn Usain Bolt? I can't tell the difference. Look at her. Look at this bitch. She crazy. She running in front of cars. She don't give a fuck about nothing. That's what he dealing with. This is what he was dealing with. Still running. It's crazy how they got, dog. It's crazy how they have all of this on footage all across the city. They got footage of you chasing this man that you fear so badly across the entire goddamn Manhattan city. Come on. Y'all can't be this. Listen, this is what y'all face when y'all don't properly vet the people that you get involved with. And these are the pictures she took afterwards, talking about how he hurt her finger and hurt her neck. This is the goofy shit that men have to deal with, y'all. This is the goofy shit that men have to put up with. Like I said, I put a lot of this blame on Jonathan Majors, actually, because, bro, I'm pretty sure at some point in time she saw some kind of signs of being an unstable loser, and at that point you should have left her goofy ass. There's plenty other vaginas out here, there's plenty other women out here, and there's plenty of women out here that ain't gonna be crazy like this one, and it's not gonna throw your career on the goddamn railroad tracks. There's plenty of other women out here that are not going to drag your name publicly through every public forum and social media medium that she can. There are women out here that are not going to try to destroy everything that you have worked very hard for and built over the years, your entire career. Gentlemen, let this be I don't believe in that toxic relationship shit that y'all glorify in social media and all over about how y'all be all over each other, how y'all fight and get back together and make up, and how to make up sex is so good that it's just worth all the fighting and that y'all do it. No, I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe in none of that. That's toxic bullshit. That's what that is. It's a bomb waiting to blow up in your face and waiting to detonate the entire thing and put both of y'all in situations that y'all cannot recover from. I don't believe in that. I do not believe in people staying together in a toxic situation because the sex is good. Get y'all shit together, man. There are relationships that exist out here that don't have to deal and put up with this toxic bullshit that social media glorifies. In the comments, talking about how they love to get back with their ex after they done had a good fight. Avoid these kind of people. Avoid those kind of people. Same thing for the women. If your dude is abusive, get the hell out of there. The hell you sticking around for getting your ass whooped?